Can you dance? 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 Get on the floor and take a chance. Pay attention to my crew, okay, we come to move. And we ain't on them dudes, matter of fact, we come to groove. Fall back, Shawty wants this groove, okay to move. Baby, don't play no games, just turn on mental lanes. Callum down up in my brain, Shawty, I'm schizophrenic. Like I said before, just turn up, play them games. Feel for way, cause I ain't a brain, I got the game. Just stay in my lane, matter of fact, I got my main. So don't get it twisted, Shawty, okay, who to blame? Cause I'm entertained, started down with the game. I hit the club up, Shawty, up, I hit it up. All my ladies follow me, now Shawty, back it up. Can you dance? 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 Get on the floor and take a chance. Can you dance? 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 Get on the floor and take a chance. Get on the floor and take a chance.
Turned up, dancing on the floor. Party people, here we go. 1 to the 2, 3 to the 4. Can you dance, baby? Hit the floor. Take it down low. The trending topic is the flow. DJ spinning, give them some more. Make them smile, make them glow. Club is feeling kinda right. TheBomb.com, what you on tonight? Going viral cause the beat is tight. Can you dance and get hyped? Party anthem, post it up. Get on the floor and shake your butt. Gen X boomers can't get enough. Some like it smooth, some like it rough.
Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance? Get on the floor and take a chance. Can you dance? Get on the floor and take a chance.
Can you take it to the floor? Take it down low. Can you take it to the floor? Take it down low. Can you take it to the floor?
We in the club.
Can you take it to the floor? Take it down low.
Wiggle it, move it, girl, what can I say? Trading a nickel for a dime any day. Boom, 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 beats filling up the room. Caught me again, no sleep is noon. Tonight I got a taste for a sweet. You can be my candy. All my late night skills come in handy. Ooh, girl, you got me in a trance on a feeling unique. The way you dance.
Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance? Get on the floor and take a chance. Can you dance? Can you dance? Can you dance? Get on the floor and take a chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, party people. Can you take it to the floor? Take it down low. Can you take it to the floor? Take it down low.
Can you dance? Can you dance? Get on the floor and take a chance. Get on the floor and take a chance. Get on the floor and take a chance.
Hey, everybody. We got a lot of energy in the house tonight on my platform. Phone lines are open right now. All right. This is Lady Diva here, your host with the most. I have a duo, Darryl B and Don Carlos, on my floor tonight. We got a lot of energy here in the house, and this album they got out, Can You Dance, has a lot of energy on the album. Welcome, Don Carlos and Darryl B.
What's good?
What is good with you guys? Oh my goodness!
Living.
So,
yeah.
Darryl B, tell me where you calling from at this moment.
Yes, I'm calling in from the Midwest of the USA. I'm actually here in Elkhart, Indiana, about 20 minutes from the University of Notre Dame. We got a victory today, too.
All right. Well, I'm calling from Evansville, Indiana, and Hello, Evansville fans out there listening in on the show. And Don Carlos, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Triple Digit, AZ. I'm in the Phoenix, Arizona area, and it's a little nippy. We're not used to these 50-degree temperatures.
Well, here in Evansville, we got some snow today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure did.
It was sprinkling up here today, too.
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, that's fine. So we're about to start this show. That first track, Can You Dance? Full of energy. I'm dancing in my chair right now. So what's the story behind that song? What inspired you to do that track there?
Well, me being a musician and, playing with a lot of Motown greats back in the day, I just know that, songs got to have some type of special groove and beat to it. And I think everybody loves the word dance just as the word itself. So Can You Dance is just about getting out there and expressing whatever moves that you might feel upon doing. So we just want to put the grooves out there with a hook that people can just get out there and just be themselves on the dance floor.
Yes. And thank you for that. Thank you. I think a lot of people forgot that feeling, that vibe that go through your body that make you get out there on the floor. So
right.
I'm going to introduce you to the listening audience. So what I'm going to say here, starting off with Darryl B. Darryl B is a musician, producer, vocalist, and performer. Now, he's been touring around the globe, around the world now for 20 years as a musician. While growing up in South Bend, Indiana, at the age of 17, he discovered the legendary Motown recording artist Junior Shotgun Walker, and started doing world tours in the early 1980s. Now, what would you say to the curious listeners how to introduce yourself, about your music career? Darryl B.
Actually, growing up, I come from a pretty large family. There was 9 of us, so there was always music around the house when I was a kid. My father was into the blues, and my mother was a wonderful gospel singer. So even when I was 12 or 13 years old, I used to get the little toy guitars and stuff. So, just in my 12th grade year of high school, I just happened to be, this is one of those fate stories. I happened to be leaving a basketball court because I was really into sports, and I was going down an alleyway to one of my older brother's house, and I met this beautiful lady. Her name was Alberta DeWalt, and she happened to be Junior Walker's wife. And as a curious kid, she told me to go inside Junior Walker's building that he had, and I hung out there a couple of days not knowing who he truly was and that he was from South Bend, Indiana. So a few days later, they needed like a bass player, and I was enrolled to go to Grambling State at the time, and I met Junior Walker, so I just ended up in the music industry. So, my whole life changed like after that.
Okay, and you do many genres of music. You are currently producing R&B, pop, and gospel music with various artists. And so the thing is, okay, let's talk about Don Carlos. Now, Don Carlos, you partnered up with Darryl B, and you also are a songwriter and a performer as well. So how would you introduce yourself to the listening audience about your musical career?
Well,
tell them how we met too.
Yes, I want to know.
Absolutely. It's an awesome story. I have a athletic background. I played for the University of Illinois. Played on the Rose Bowl team for the University of Illinois. I played for the San Diego Chargers. An outstanding athletic career, but I've always been that cat that wanted to be on the stage. Always. My favorite group of all time is Kool in the Gang.
Here we go.
I grew up listening to them. Yeah, positive, upbeat, loving, nurturing music. There's no negativity about the group. But I was also a fan of Parliament Funkadelic, and Bootsy's Rubber Band. So my musical taste, was extremely wide. But what Darryl B and I have always desired to do is represent music the way it's supposed to be represented, because we both are men of faith, and we know that music was created in heaven. Okay, and there's no sinful musical beat. Music is not sinful. It's the lyrics that are placed on top of the music.
Yes.
So with Can You Dance and Romance, we wanted to remind people that you can jam, you can be funky, you can get down, you can groove. As men who feel that there ain't nothing like a woman, we also understand that we can be suggestive, because we do feel that there's nothing like a woman. And Darryl B and I feel that God's greatest creation is a woman. So there's a lot of ballads on the CD professing our love for love. And, Darryl B and I met real quickly. I was working on a project, and the gentleman I was working with, the late Funky Phil Brown in Dalton, Illinois, had this hot musician, hot guitarist, that he said he was going to have lay down some guitar licks on some tracks we were working on. And thus walks in Darryl B. And we've been connected ever since.
Oh, wow, that is so awesome. Now, you both have a record label which is called Darryl B and Don Carlos Music Incorporated.
Yes, production company. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the album is called Can You Dance and Romance. Now, where can this album be found? Stream it online, and if anyone want to purchase it.
Yes,
it's available.
iTunes got us up. Yeah, iTunes.
Amazon.
Got Deezer. Right, Amazon. Yeah, we're all over the place there.
Okay.
And pretty much all internet retail sites. But Darryl B and I wanted to limit it. We wanted to limit it, and let me quickly explain to you why. Music, when artists create music, there's a lot of hard work that goes into it. And unfortunately, I won't say this generation, perhaps a generation prior to this one, some people are under the impression that music is to be created and given away for free.
Yeah.
And, because of, YouTube and some of these other sites that pay artists nothing for all the hard work that they put forth, Darryl B and I, we primarily like to stick with iTunes and Amazon, because we put in a lot of hard work, and we would like to be compensated for the work that we put forth. And we want to highlight those sites that pay artists fairly. Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that information. Now, I'd like to ask you, when was this album? What year was this album released?
Gosh,
2022.
Well, it was actually released this summer, but it was put on hold for a couple of years because of COVID.
Oh, wow! Really?
Yeah.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah, because not being able to put music out, and you can't get on stage for a bigger audience. True. It didn't make sense. Yeah.
Yes.
And COVID shut everything down. I mean, clubs in Vegas, clubs worldwide, and we have simply too many hot tracks like Can You Dance and Start That Engine and Facebook Twitter Talk. Those tracks need to be played and heard and danced to in the club. So Darryl B and I made the painstaking decision. Let's say, hey, let's put it in the vault, and we'll bring it out and dust it up a little bit when the time is right. And that's exactly what we did.
Yes, you did. And let's talk about that track. Let's talk about that track. Facebook Twitter Talk, the Meta Mix. What's up about that one?
Ooh, man, spending so much time on Facebook and having a fan base, and I said, well, Don kind of came up with the hook, and Don usually send me hooks, and I'll put put some music to it and beats, and it just worked out. Facebook, Twitter talk. We came up with a great groove for it, and next thing you know, it was out there. So we had to do some last minute editing once it went from Facebook to Facebook Meta. So but it's feeling good there. We got people singing that hook a lot.
Yeah, let me play a snippet of it. I'm going to play a snippet of it for those who haven't heard Facebook Twitter talk. So I'm going to play a snippet of it.
That's a hot picture that's attached with a tweet like rated, and they gave it 3 stars like the heat. Facebook, Twitter, talk. Follow us on Instagram. Facebook, Twitter, talk. Follow us on Instagram. Facebook, Twitter, talk. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Talk. She surfing that net, searching who next for the con, versing and let Ivo know where they at in a pond full of threats. She stand out from the rest.
Now, who is that rapping on this track?
She respond with a thanks for the ad.
That's a guest performer out of Chicago, goes by the name of Vo. Don can explain it more to you. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, I actually, Vo and another gentleman that performs on this disc, Raphael or Ra Unscripted, they both went to Rich South High School. And my older daughters, actually one of my older daughters, Alexandria, she goes by the name of Drea Simone. Her and my older daughter, Victoria, went to high school with these young men. And the kids were always at my house because they knew that, first of all, I had beautiful daughters, number one. But they knew that my house was going to be a safe zone, a safe place for all the kids. No liquor, no drugs. Just trying to help encourage kids. So all the parents knew that the kids just come hang out at my house because there's something positive going to be going on. So these kids, Darryl B and I realized that they had some amazing talent. So Darryl B and I started taking them to the studio, working with them. So Vo was one of those individuals, Ron Scripted, my daughter Drea Simone, and the gentleman, his name is the late Tone Bone, who was an amazing rapper. We lost him about 14 years ago due to gunfire, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. So it was, again, my home was a safe place. Darryl B is just a musical genius. And I know he doesn't like for me to say that, but this cat is a musical genius. I like to think of myself as a lyrical genius. And we just kind of come together. We wrote songs for these kids. We worked with them. And Bo graced us with his presence on Facebook, Twitter Talk.
All right. Well, thank you for that information. Wow.
Yeah, the brother on the talk box is out of my area. His name is T. Swain. Shout out to T. Swain.
Yeah, I had him on my show. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, T. Swain.
Yeah, T. Swain he's a bad boy.
That's
T. Swain is good people.
Yeah, I can tell his music now. I'd like to ask you, Darryl B, what's up with you touring with the legendary James Brown, and also you had the honor to perform at President Clinton's inaugural ball. Can you tell us a little bit about that story?
Sure, yeah. Well, like I said, just through my association with Junior Walker for so many years, when you're out there around a lot of other famous acts, so I got hired by some different artists, and I actually worked with a guy named Fred Wesley, who was a trombonist who was James Brown's band director, like back in the day. So I did some European tours with him, and one of my favorite people to play with, those songs, gonna have a funky good time. Yeah. Some of that stuff. So, it was a pleasure. And I just found out, over in Europe, it's just one of those things where I think sometimes, like in the United States, we're so spoiled with so many artists that when we always played in Europe and in different countries, I mean, they literally stumped the floors in.
Yeah.
So, and then as far as my inaugural ball, I did Bill Clinton's inaugural ball, and it was 1993 there. Well, see, Bill Clinton, saxophone player, so in his right. So he's from Blytheville, Arkansas, and Junior Walker was born in Blackfield, Arkansas. So they had a meeting. We had played a show up in Traverse City, Michigan, when Bill Clinton was the governor, and Bill Clinton got on stage and he jammed with Junior Walker a bit. And sure enough, he said, "Hey, if I become president, you guys will be there." And we got the call.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
He's amazing. It was the only time I was like 2 inches from a Secret Service guy, and I said, I better be real still.
Yeah.
I couldn't even leave the building.
Yeah.
They're going to protect the president, and I don't blame them. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Great story.
Do you think Bill Clinton had a little soul in him playing his sax?
Yeah. Bill was just one of those guys. You can always tell. After I've been in the business for so many years, you can just listen to a guy and just say, okay, where they are as like far as their playing. So Bill was a decent saxophone player, but I can tell that he had a lot of joy from it. So the first thing that you got to have in anything that you do is to make sure that it's joyful for you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, thank
and
you.
I can tell that.
Thank you for that. So I would like to play a track, and I would like to play this one that's got everybody hollering, as you say. Booty Stick in the House, the Thick Booty Mix. So what's the story behind the music before I spin it?
Yeah. Well, I did the music. Gosh, I've been writing songs for so many years now that I kind of have a vault of music, and sometimes, I'll just have stuff and I'll send Don stuff, and Don will say, "Darryl, you remember this track from like years back?" And I'll say, "Well, which one?" Because I've totally forgotten it, So Don will come up with that hook, and next thing you know, we're in the studio, and
my God.
It turns out to be a gem.
How old is this song? When was it created?
Well, the music for that track,
the original.
I actually did the music for that track around 2000.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, like I said,
I can see that.
But
I can hear that.
Yeah, and I updated a few things, and Don came up with the hook.
Okay.
I heard the music, and I was like, DB. I heard the music, and I was like, DB, you got to send me that, man, because Darryl B.
Yeah.
I mean, his licks are off the chart, and there was just so much going on in that music.
Yeah.
I was like, DB, send me that. And so then I kept working with it, and then I came up with the hook, Booty Stick in the House. And it's a fun song that, listen, we're men, and we don't apologize for that, okay? But we're respectful, we're God-fearing, but again, there ain't nothing like a woman, okay? So we wanted to create a song, that was featuring that special and most beautiful part of women. And we wanted to make it fun, and we wanted to make it something that people could dance to and laugh to. And that groove that Darryl B laid down, and that lead guitar that he's kicking in there, I just sat down one day, actually wrote the lyrics in one day. And we put it together, and we knocked it out the ballpark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to stop yapping and let people listen in on this track here. Booty Stick in the House, everyone. I'm going to give y'all two a break, and we'll be right back. Stay in that hot seat. Here is Booty Stick in the House.
All up in this house.
Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Booty Stick in the house. Big in the house. Big in the house. Big in the house. Big in the house. Ladies on the dance floor making them sexy, shaking that booty stick. All the ladies on the dance floor making them sexy, shaking that booty stick. Ladies on the dance floor, booty looking nice, booty so big, got his own website, checking it on the floor, baby knows she's a bomb. www.bootystick.com, no GPS to find my way. I bet you I can find that booty any day. Jeans fitted on booty stick, nice and tight. A lot of booty up in the club tonight. Can
love it.
Hyped up.
Hyped up. Got me dancing in my seat. Yes.
All right.
Yes. So I would like to ask for some information from either one of you or both of you. Since your website is under construction, I'd like to ask for your social media information and how people can follow up with you. And go right ahead.
Yeah, DP, go ahead and hit the Facebook.
Okay. We have our Facebook presence is Darryl B and Don Carlos Music Entertainment, Darryl B and Don Carlos Music Inc. You can also reach out to Darryl Buchanan. That's spelled DarrylBuchanan. And you can also reach out to on Facebook. Yep. You can also reach out
DarrylBuchanan.net also. Too.
Yep. There you go, DarrylBuchanan.net and Don Carlos Passmore Jr. DonCarlos Passmore Jr. That's for Facebook. We also have for Twitter at Darryl B Don. So that's at DarrylBDon. We have, in reference to YouTube, DB's Kool Music 44. That's DB's Kool Music 44. We also have LinkedIn. That is at Don Passmore 1. So we are available. We also have a TikTok where we can be reached which is at Passmore Buchanan Music. So we are, we are up and at 'em, and we with it in reference to the social media presence.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because I just been on TikTok, and I've been tagging y'all in some of the music pics that I've been promoting this show and your music on. And yes, y'all all over the social media. And I have a caller. Area code 757. Did you want to speak, please?
Yes. I would like to say I've been listening to this broadcast, and I like to say that Darryl and Don, y'all are grooving, man. Old school.
Hey, we appreciate you, brother.
Love it.
What is your name? What is
Bobby
your name?
from Virginia.
What is it?
Bobby from Virginia.
Bobby from Virginia. All right, Bobby.
Yes.
East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been seeing you
keep it
popping
moving
in
and
and out. Yes, I
Yes.
thought I had to catch you, Bobby. So thank you for tuning in.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
I was tuning in, and I like to commend both of them for taking the youth in and guiding them the right way. Because we don't have that right now. And the music.
Yeah, you're right. We got to get some leaders in there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the music is tight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lady D
Thank you so
Lady
much.
D was popping. I was popping in the chair. so I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
so much.
I have a saying. Yeah, I always like to say, computers fix, but they never feel.
Yeah.
Come
Come on now.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes. And thank you, Bobby. You can stay tuned in. You can stay tuned in. The show, we have much more music that I will spin and more questions I'd like to ask Darryl B and Don Carlos.
And I will.
We got some smokers. We got some slow jams coming up, Bobby.
Oh, I know you got some old school.
He said old school.
Yeah,
okay.
old school.
Yeah, okay. All right. We got the flavor. And Darryl B and Don Carlos, they have a full album, just like Chicken Noodle Soup.
Yes.
It's good energy, good vibe, slow motion, and for the grown and sexy. Yes, this album is for the grown and sexy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I will share that. I will share that. Lord have mercy, I will share it.
Yes, thank you. And shout out to Don Carlos and Darryl B. They're the creators
Hey, what's
of the
up,
album.
internet world?
Yes.
Music is joy. We got to keep rolling.
Yes,
Now,
keep on
And you know what?
doing.
We want you to notice what we did on this project, on this Can You Dance and Romance project. We have 18 tracks. Back in the day, artists used to give you a full CD, right?
Yeah.
And today, a lot of the songs are 1 minute and 30 seconds or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We gave you 18 tracks
2 to 3 minutes
that are 4 minutes or a little bit longer. We even have one track, our Mega Stepper Mix, which is 10 minutes and 31 seconds. So
I could see that.
Yeah, so we gave you a full CD of music, a full musical experience.
Wow.
Yes, Bobby. Go buy their album online. Go buy their album.
I will
hit us at iTunes or Amazon.
Amazon?
Hey. Yep. Amazon, iTunes. Yep.
We'll do that.
All right. And Don Carlos or Darryl B, I would like to ask you, what do you feel about the music industry, about the R&B music today?
I'm going to let DB go first.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Coming up, me, joining up, linking up with Motown as an 18-year-old kid, I just really threw my heart into the old school R&B because the one thing as a musician, I miss all the sounds and the real musicians playing, and I understand the technology, but I think a lot of this generation, they've gotten away from playing instruments. So it's just loops. Loops can only sound like loops, but you can put 15 drummers in the same room, and they're all going to hit the snare just a little bit different because they're different people. So that's the part that I kind of miss about R&B. And then some of my friends, like I just talked to one of my friends from the Temptations who I used to tour with. Now they still sound great, and they got music out, but unfortunately, the mainstream radio don't want to put their music out there like they used to. So and then that generation not being as tech savvy, they're having a hard time finding certain music online, because back in the day you could just turn on the radio and it was right there, the guys, the Maxwells and, all these great R&B artists. So I hope that the platform comes back and just the younger generation who are they're really trying to put out there, that they rediscover the R&B and they get it back in the mainstream.
Yes. And I want to thank both of you guys for putting out a whole album and inspiring other artists to do the same. Y'all rapping on the album, y'all not cussing and calling out names.
It's a good mixture.
And you're not talking about yourself and putting yourself on a pedestal and all that stuff. But I want to thank you for putting out a decent album. And bringing back the
thank you.
Old school and for the grown and sexy.
Right.
So
Right. There's no romance music out there because these kids, it's just all like aggressive, and they need to rediscover that. Just to get them to calm down just a little bit.
Right.
Absolutely. And our music is 100%, and again 100% N-word free, N-word free, B-word free, H-word free, no negative imagery. It's all events friendly. Listen, you can
positive
be
image
and fly and hip without cursing and always talking about killing or shooting guns or glorifying getting high. Drunkenness is a sin, okay? And getting high is a sin. So Darryl B and I, we make music with sound minds, with love in our hearts. We are led by our faith. We're men of God. We don't apologize to nobody for that, okay? We understand that music was created in heaven, and we don't abuse it. So, a lot of people refer to our music or our sound as old school, and it's simply because, the sound is today. The sound is happening. We just don't curse. We don't curse. So see how sick that is? Because we don't curse, we're viewed as old school. Something is wrong with that mindset. I mean,
It
you
is.
know what I mean?
It is.
I mean, no one should be cursing like they are. And radio really doesn't block. Where's the FCC at? I heard a song today by Nicki Minaj.
Here we
I
go.
heard the P word. I heard the P word. You know what I mean? So
right.
Darryl B and I will not be a part of that narrative, and we're going to always put out positive, loving, good music that all people at all events can enjoy.
We all have to rewire, or some have to rewire their brains, the mindset.
Yes, because
because the world is difficult enough, but see, when you bring back things that were basic and simple from time ago, you don't have to call it old school. There's no title for good music.
Right.
Good music started off in the churches and thereon. And
feel good music. Feel good music.
So just have to rewire some mindsets and start over and doing good, because the thing is, there are words and vibes and sounds in music that can make people go do the wrong things. And we need to turn that back around, because we got to watch what we sending out signals and words, lyrics, and sounds to the kids of the younger generation, because they are looking at life as dark and
absolutely.
So we need to rewire the brain and the mindset, what we putting in the music today. And thank you, Darryl B and Don Carlos. Thank you. So I'm gonna slow down the vibes on the show. What would you guys would love for me to play? I have it all. I loaded up a lot of songs. I would
like to hear Every Time You Hold Me.
That's knew you were going to say that. So what's the story behind the music? What's the story behind the music?
Gosh, Don's daughter came up with the concept a while ago, and there's a mixture of things going on with the song. Ra, who I met through Don, great R&B singer, he's involved in it. So the track actually came up with another writer, and I reproduced it. So we just brought it up to like a different level, and Don wrote some parts, and I wrote some parts, and it was I like to say it was a good family team effort.
It really was. I mean, Darryl is spot on. I wanted to work with my daughter, Drea Simone, and Ra Unscripted is a son. He's like a son to me. We love this young man, and Darryl B and I just kept hearing. My daughter's name is Alexandria, or Drea Simone, and we put the two together in the studio. Darryl B and I, we wrote the hook, we wrote our raps in it, and it just came out. First day we recorded it, it came out.
35th Street Studio, Chicago.
There you go.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then Darryl took it back. Darryl took it back to the lab, and Darryl B.
I go in the lab.
Outstanding mixer. He's an outstanding mixer, and he mixed their voices and the melodies, and we just came out what we feel. And you know what? And we can say this. We can claim this. We feel it's a classic. It's a beautiful song, and radio is absolutely loving it.
All right, so here it is. Every Time I Hold You. You two stay in the hot seat. And my phone lines are still open, everyone. All right, here we go.
When we met, you had a brother speaking in tongue. God said to me, Don Carlos, she's the chosen one. My ride or die when I'm wrong, she writes me. Fell asleep, God took my rib, I got a wifey. Subject of my dreams, my queen, the other half of me. Play her down and I never wanna be free.
Every time I hold you and you hold me, you know that I never wanna be free. Together you and I are as a family, and we are so happy. Every time I hold you and you hold me, you know that I never wanna be free. Together you and I are as a family, and we are so happy.
Every time you hold me, girl, you make me feel so real. You got that smile, hourglass body, so let me feel a painted picture. You're my Mona Lisa, one of a kind. And when you're gone, baby, all I'm gonna do is think about the first time. Oh yeah, we know we got it good. Let the music play. Ain't no rush, plenty of time, a happy good day. Baby, you got my man, my heart, and I'm all committed. Them other guys tried hard, but they couldn't get it. Everybody's on the floor, bouncing to them pocket grooves. We got this tempo 82, bumping so smooth. You and me together like no other, it's our destiny. And tonight it might be time to start a family.
Every time I hold you and you hold me, let me know that I never wanna be free. Together you and I are as a family, and we are so happy. Every time I hold you and you hold me, let me know that I never wanna be free. Together you and I are as a family, and we will be so happy.
Smooth it out sometime.
Yes, that's my jam right there. That is my jam. So as we move along with the show, I'd like to ask you, are you going to be active during the holidays? Any upcoming events and performances you want to let the listeners know about?
I'll be doing a few shows. Me and Don won't be doing anything till possibly February or March, but I do have a couple shows here coming up in the northern Indiana area. I'm actually getting ready to do a show November the 23rd with Shirley King, B.B. King's daughter. We're doing a little tribute thing in South Bend, Indiana. And Lady Saxon, a tribute to the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. So all that info is on my website at darrylbuchanan.net.
All right, and thank you for that information. Yeah. Now, are you doing any upcoming events or performances? Do you travel out of the States?
Yes.
All right, thank you for that.
Don is working on some things now out there in Phoenix also, which he can explain about.
We are definitely in the final stages of putting together a performance, or we'll be putting it together, but contractually getting that taking care of performing at some Super Bowl events because Phoenix is the host city for the Super Bowl in 2023 in February. We've already been asked by one organization. We just got to cross all the T's and dot all of the I's. And Darryl B and I, there's something else that we're working on that's really huge and really close to my heart. We can't really talk about it right now, but we may have an amazing remix with a legendary group. I can't name them right now, but
wow. You're teasing
so we
me.
It's in the works. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yep.
So that is one of your you want to name one of your future music projects.
Yeah, actually, we're just gearing up here. Since this is the end of the year, we're just gearing up and getting the music out full storm. And then we're going to plan on doing a lot of performances in 2023.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for that information. Wow. So,
and Darryl B and I, we want to bring musicianship back. So we're going to be doing it with live musicians, a live band, talented brothers and sisters. So we want to do it right. We don't want to put anything together in hate. Now we may do some track gigs, Darryl B and I, but for the most part, we want to bring music back, a full production show.
Right. Thank you for that information. Is there any organizations that you support widely that you would like to mention and shout out to at this time?
DP?
Well, you know what? Yeah. That's an excellent question. And we also, Darryl B and I would like to say your interviewing skills are simply off the charts.
Oh, well, thank
you. Your musical
top notch.
It's absolutely the narrative that you create and lead. We're really happy to be a part of working with you. But for myself, and I'm sorry for Darryl B as well, we support all organizations that are based and rooted in God's love through Christ Jesus. Okay, so that's what we're about as men. We're not perfect. We don't proclaim to be perfect. But at this stage in our lives, we just want to be the light. We want to represent positivity. We want to represent love, but we also want to represent strength and truth. So, and we do speak truth to power. We have a song on our CD entitled Take It Back Flow, and it's speaking truth to a lot of things that need to be changed. Case in point, N-word should never be used in music. N-word can never become a term of endearment. It can never become a term of endearment because it was created by the devil to suppress, kill, maim, and destroy people. So, Darryl, we don't use it in our music, and we never will. And whomever we work with, if they desire to use that word, we will not work with them.
Right.
I tell you, if that word accidentally end up in a song by accident, my mom coming straight down from heaven and she gonna give it to me.
Shazam.
She goes, oh yeah, that's it.
So, both of you, may I ask, what's the ultimate desire of which you wish the listeners and fans out there, what you wish for them to get out of this album, Can You Dance and Romance?
Yeah, we just want people to know that there's still a brand of music out there, even if it's not on every mainstream radio. That's just about fun, love, and enjoyment, and just songs that you can just turn up and get in the dance mood, or you can get in a relaxing, romantic mood, and it's just pure good music. That was the whole vibe for me.
Yes. I felt that when I first started talking to you. It was like, this guy just fell in my lap out of nowhere. Thanks to T. Swain. Thanks to him. Give him a shout out. At this moment, y'all can both give a shout out to any of supporters that have supported you in the creation of this album. Matter of fact, throughout your whole music career. Go right ahead, both of you.
Yeah. West Coast, Diamond Lachey out there. Yeah, she's spitting those lyrics on Can You Dance, and another gospel track that we had. Jesus Was There for me. So shout out to some family. I got family down in ATL and out on the West Coast. So everybody that's like been in the Darryl B, Don Carlos mix for some years now. We appreciate all the support.
Then also, I'd like to shout out to some of the performers that performed with us. Darryl mentioned Diamond Lachey, Lady Diamond, Track, Still Will Cole, Melanie, Ra Unscripted, Mr. DJ Tony Sanchez, Hey Bree Love, who's also one of my daughters, the late Tone Bone, the late Funky Phil Brown, and Mr. Michael Angelo. This was most definitely a family affair. And most importantly, I want to give a shout out. First and foremost, I want to give a shout up to Father God through Christ Jesus and He, the Holy Spirit, because without Him, we are nothing. And my musical partner, Darryl B, I love this dude. I love this brother. He is a brother to me. We've been doing this thing for over 30 years now, and Darryl B is just good people. He's, he's just good people, and again, I'm going to say it. He might not want me to say it, but he's a musical genius. So he's earned that title over his career. He's played with so many different people, and I believe in giving people their roses and their heartbeat props while they are still with us.
That's right. All right. I'm going to give both of y'all an applause. And all that.
The crowd is ready. I better get the guitar on. Sound like they waiting on us to get on that stage.
Yes. Yes. And you guys, y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And I am so proud of you guys. I'm so happy. Thank y'all
we appreciate you having us on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
2023 is just around the corner, and we got some great things to do.
I can feel it talking to you two guys. My goodness. Woo. So I have some other tracks that I will play at the end of the show. The Grown and Sexy. Okay. I love the video on that one. That's on YouTube. And you make it hotter, the hotter mix.
Yep.
And
you can make it hotter.
I really like Egyptian Cotton. And also Get High Off of Me, the anti-drug love song. So can you tell me about those tracks? What's the story behind them?
Well, like I said, we've been writing music for some years now, and some of those tracks were done, as recently as a few years. So some were done 5 to 6 years back. So we've always kept our vault open and say, hey, why don't we pull out this one or this one, and and toss a few things in it, and we just like to. It's nice to have number of songs than to not have enough songs where you're trying to rush it, and just put some things together.
Yes. Yeah, and thank you for that information.
Darryl B and I, we had to figure out. We had about another 10, 12 tracks we had to cut out because we ran out of space on this CD. But Get High Off Me, Anti-Drug Love Song, it's self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
We're saying, hey, get high off me, get high off love, get high off life. And because we're losing so many people to fentanyl and crack and, alcohol and, let's say, hey, put all that stuff down and let's just get high off each other, going to the museum, going to dinner, doing things that lovers do. And that's where that song came from. And the You Make It Hot, Hotter mix, you hear Darryl B playing that smoking, sexy, sensuous guitar in that song. And people are really loving and vibing on that song as well.
Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, I love it. What about Egyptian Cotton, 1800 Count Thread? What's up with that track?
Don was into sales, so Don can explain that one.
You know what? It was, I actually came up with the hook, and I sent it to my boy, Darryl B, and he laced up the track. You know what I'm saying? Darryl B liked the idea and the concept. And in essence, what we're saying is, let me lay you down on Egyptian cotton, and we're going to spoil you right. It's just that simple. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a ballad. It's a song for men and women to love and appreciate one another. And truly, and again, I keep saying this theme over and over again. for Darryl B and I, ain't nothing like a woman. So we want women to know that they're loved, that they're appreciated. So hey, you and your special lady. For men, hey, lay your woman down on some Egyptian cotton and spoil her rotten.
Right.
Yeah. All you do is listen to a little back in the day Isley Brothers, and you'll come up with something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now,
Absolutely.
Now the song "Grown and Sexy." I seen the video, and Carlos, I seen you had your wife in the video.
Yeah. You know what? My wife actually modeled.
Yes, I know.
She's modeling strong for 25 years. She modeled all over the world, Paris, all throughout the UK. And I'm thinking, hey, I'll just use my wifey. You know what I'm saying? And actually, the lyrics were inspired when she and I started dating, Grown and Sexy. So, Darryl B and I just say, hey, let's just, Darryl B and I, we always want to be cost effective. And we love using friends and family. T. Swain is our boy. We love T. Swain.
Yeah.
So Still Will Cole, he'll be performing with Darryl B and Darryl B's upcoming show. So we like to make it a family affair.
Yeah, Tracks had a big part of this song.
Absolutely.
He got a new album coming out.
Yeah, Swain?
Yes, he got a new album coming out.
Yeah. I played on a couple of his tracks. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it's up on Spotify and stuff now.
Yes. So we're gonna end the show. We're gonna end the show by me asking you any words of encouragement you would like to give to the present artist, or if you have a message to deliver. And I'll end the show with some more tracks. Go right ahead, either one of you or both.
As a guy that's been in the music industry for so many years, I try to encourage the youth, first of all, to spend as much time as you can ironing your craft, and don't try to just do one thing. I mean, don't just be a rapper. Don't just be this, be that, because the more things that you can do in the industry, the more valuable that you'll become. And, you have to have a conscience about when you make music, what is your legacy going to be? Are you going to do things that are uplifting and bring people together? That's like my whole concept. Music is supposed to bring you together in a positive way. So I try to encourage. I actually teach music lessons at our church now. So I'm trying to instill playing music again, live instruments back into kids, because they're so caught up in the computer industry. So the minute that the power goes out, make sure that you can still do something. If like you're a singer, make sure you can sing without auto-tune. So
yeah.
Be real.
All
and
right.
learn the business. Learn about your publishing and your copyrights and stuff.
Well, thank you for those encouraging words. Thank you.
Strive for excellence.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
DP.
Well, go right ahead.
I would just like to add to that. Darryl B spoke so eloquently, and I believe everything that he said 100%. My concern, I have a strong concern with the words that are used in music today, that's played over the radio, that's played at clubs. How can you get mad at someone for singing a song that has the N-word all throughout it, and then they say it, and you get angry at them? First of all, it shouldn't even be in the song. And I want people that are out there doing that to think about it, first and foremost, because no one else that creates music uses derogatory language or words to describe their race in their music. So we need to get that out of there, because it will never become a term of endearment. It never can or will become a term of endearment. And I'm nobody's N-word, because I know where the word came from. So we need to clean the music up. We need to, like Darryl B said, pick up some instruments, start playing some instruments, put together a show. Just don't stand on stage holding your crotch, cursing. Put together a show. Put together a production. Bring entertainment back the way it used to be, classy and elegance. Bring it back. So, and last but not least, to remember that music is a gift use it the right way, and don't abuse it.
Amen. And thank you
it.
both for those encouraging words. Wow.
We appreciate it.
You two go a long way. I want to thank you both for taking out the time to participate and come on my platform. You're always welcome to come back on my show with new music projects or any upcoming events. And go ahead and give the information how our listeners can follow up with you on social media.
Yes,
absolutely. Again, Darryl B and Don Carlos Music Entertainment on Facebook. Darryl B and Don Carlos Music Inc. on Facebook. DarrylBuchanan.net. And I want to spell that for you because Darryl B is always doing shows in the Midwest area, and his shows are Stone Gas. You got to check them out. That's DarrylBuchanan.net. And then also Don Carlos Passmore Jr. I'm on Facebook as well. Our Twitter is at Darryl B Don, and Instagram is Darryl B and Don at Darryl B Don. So check us out. Reach out to us. We love to see your comments. We love to communicate with the people. We don't even call them we don't call them fans. We call them friends. You're a friend. So you vibe with us musically. You're not a fan. You're a friend. And we want you to know that we appreciate you. Most importantly, we love you, and we thank you so much for this opportunity to be on this amazing show with you.
Oh, wow. You're welcome. My pleasure. And you guys have a blissful Thanksgiving for 2022.
Absolutely.
And we're going to keep in touch. And one day I want to come and see you guys perform on stage to some of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
You guys take care of yourself and take care of each other, and we will be talking again. I want to thank all my listeners for tuning in. And caller Bobby, thank you for calling in. And I'm going to end the show with a couple of tracks, my favorite off the album, Can You Dance in Romance by Don Carlos and Darryl B. Everyone, good night. And
peace, love, and
Darryl
blessings,
B.
everyone.
Thank you, Don Carlos. Thank you, and good night,
you
everyone.
Right.
This is Lady D signing out for Let's Jazz It Up. Thank you, everyone, and good night. Good night, everyone.
All right, DP. Good night. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
All right, peace out, man.
Tracks with a smooth groove for the ladies. Real man doing real things to his woman. Real man doing real things to his woman. Don Carlos with the smooth flow. Tracks with the bedroom killer. Here we go. Oh, my baby erects thee. I'm giving her the best of me while I'm giving her the goatee. Yeah, my baby feeds me. Ooh, making those toes curl. Yeah, as I rock your world. Yo, it's not nasty. It's called the grown and sexy. My boy Tracks with the grown and sexy flow. Don Carlos on the mic in your ear, baby, here we go. Love of my life. That's gangster, treating her right. That's gangster, treat her like a queen. Now that's gangster, love her like a fiend. Now that's gangster, she's everything to me from heaven above. She's my good news, she's my gospel love. Oh, my baby erects thee. I'm giving her the best of me while I'm giving her the goatee. Yeah, my baby feeds me. Ooh, making those toes curl. Yeah, as I rock your world. Yo, it's not nasty. It's called the grown and sexy. I got that spiritual love for my baby. She's from my rib, the other half of me. True love is loving a woman that you would die for. Not allowing her to walk in the street and always opening her door. Treating her like she is your crown and glory. Making her the happy ending to your story. A good woman is a blessing and you treat her well. And then God will bless you from the blessing well. Oh, my baby erects thee. I'm giving her the best of me while I'm giving her the goatee. Yeah, my baby feeds me. Ooh, making those toes curl. Yeah, as I rock your world. Yo, it's not nasty. It's called a grown and sexy. Oh, my baby erects thee. I'm giving her the best of me while I'm giving her the goatee. Yeah, my baby feeds me. Ooh, making those toes curl. Yeah, as I rock your world. Yo, it's not nasty. It's called a grown and sexy. Making love, we do it real nice. My baby brings the sugar, Don Carlos brings the spice. Gushy, 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 you know I want that gushy love. It's so romantic when we making love, releasing doves. Oh, my baby erects thee. I'm giving her the best of me while I'm giving her the goatee. Yeah, my baby feeds me. Ooh, making those toes curl. Yeah, as I rock your world. Yo, it's not nasty. It's called a grown and sexy. Oh, my baby erects thee. I'm giving her the best of me while I'm giving her the goatee. Yeah, my baby feeds me. Ooh, making those toes curl. Yeah, as I rock your world. Yo, it's not nasty. It's called a grown and sexy.
Take you to the promised land. Stars align, baby, real smooth. Candlelight, destiny, you and me. Roller coaster all night. Honey, honey, sweet taste. Sipping on your lovely face. Party time, sexy time. Hold you by the waist time. You will remember, cause this night won't be forgotten. Feel the lovely touch. Feel the rush on this Egyptian god. Let me lay it down on some Egyptian cotton. Girl, before it's over.
Body so sweet, I'll lick every nook and cranny. Yeah, Don Carlos is a freak, and I'll even eat those panties. Lay you down, open up, time to eat. So good and nourishing, baby tastes so sweet. Pumping bellies on the cotton, yeah, making you scream and shout. You know what I'm doing, baby? Ooh, yeah, I'm turning you out. Backyard, late night, making love on the trampoline. Let me lay it down on some Egyptian cotton. Before it's over, I will swallow you right. Let me lay it down on some Egyptian cotton. Girl, before it's over, I will swallow you right. Let me lay it down on some Egyptian cotton. Girl, before it's over, I will swallow you right. Let me lay it down on some Egyptian cotton. Girl, before it's over, I will swallow you right.
sober, I will spoil you right. Let me lay it down on something just and hot. Lay you before it's over, I will spoil you right. Let me lay it down on something just
I got the swagger and the nerve.
Before it's over, I will spoil you right.
Baby, hey, can I lay you down?
Before it's over, I will spoil you right.
And lay
it down on something just and hot.
Lay you
before it's over, I will spoil you right. Let me lay it down on something just and hot. Before it's over, I will spoil you right. I'll give you all the thrills, girls that you'll ever need. I'm your prescription